Crivens. Welcome to a new book talk for Grundy Library. My name is Laura and I am the teen librarian. Today we're going to talk about We Free Men. We Free Men is one of my absolutely favorite books. It has a wonderful heroine and a great cast of characters, and it is available to you via our online databases in our ebooks and as an audiobook, which I will show you in a bit with the PowerPoint that is also part of this. So why do I like We Free Men? It is set in Discworld. So if you are a Terry Pratchett fan, then Discworld is this wonderful world that Terry Pratchett created that has like 40 plus books, and they're very fantasy based, obviously, and a lot of fun. So We Free Men is actually number 30, I believe, of the series, but it is its own unique series within the series. This follows the tales of Tiffany Aching, who at the beginning of this book is 9 years old. She also has several other books. So we have A Hatful of Sky, and then The Wintersmith, and then I Shall Wear Midnight, and finally A Shepherd's Crown. I feel like he was going to write another one for her, but unfortunately he passed away. So I am going to introduce you to our cast of characters. Our main character is, as I said, Tiffany Aching. She is 9 years old, and she is a farmer's daughter. She was the youngest of 6 girls, and then she had a little brother. What I love about Miss Aching is that she is hysterical. She is definitely, if you follow Myers-Briggs, a T. She thinks, and while she feels, that's not her primary way of interacting with the world. At the beginning of this book, she uses her younger brother for bait. Just because, she could. Then later, she does a lot of amazing things, meets up with a lot of fantasy characters that, for most of us, would scare us spitless. But for her, it's just another day. Her main talent is cheese making. And she has this additional cast of characters called the We Free Men. So I'm going to read a small portion of who the We Free Men are. This is from page 69 of my volume, and it says, they were all about 6 inches tall, mostly colored blue, although it was hard to know that was their actual color of their skin or just the dye from their tattoos, which covered every inch that wasn't already covered with red hair. They wore short kilts, and some of them wore bits of clothing too, like skinny vests, and a few of them wore rabbit or rat skulls on their heads as a sort of helmet, and every single one of them carried across their back a sword nearly as big as he was. However, what Tiffany noticed more than anything else was that they were scared of her. Mostly they were scared of looking at their feet, which was no errand for the faint-hearted because their feet were large, dirty, and half tied up with animal skins to make very bad shoes. None of them wanted to look her in the eye. You were the people who filled the water bucket, she said, and there was a lot of foot shuffling, coughing, and a chorus of eyes. And the wood box? There were more eyes. Tiffany glared at them. And what about the sheep? This time they all looked round. Why did you steal the sheep? There was a lot of muttering and nudging, and then one of the tiny men removed his rabbit skull helmet and twiddled it nervously in his hands. We was hungering, mistress, he muttered, but when we kenned it was thine, then we put the beastie back in the fold. They looked so crestfallen that Tiffany took pity on them. I expect you wouldn't have stolen it if you weren't so hungry then. There were several astonished looks. Oh, we would, mistress, said the helmet twiddler. You would? Tiffany sounded so surprised that the twiddler looked around at his colleagues for support, and they all nodded. Aye, mistress, we have to. We're famously stealin' folk, aren't we, lads? What is it we're famous for? Stealin', shouted the blue men. And for what else, lads? Fightin'! And for what else? Drinkin'! And for what else? There was a certain amount of thought at this, but they all reached the same conclusion. Drinkin' and fightin'! And there was something else. Ach, yes. Tell the hag, lads. Stealin' and fightin' and drinkin', shouted the blue men cheerfully. That, tell the wee lad Tell the wee hag who we are, lads, said the helmet twiddler. There was a scrape of many small swords being drawn and thrust into the air. Nac MacFeagle, no we free men, no king, no queen, no laird, no master, we will not be fooled again. And that is who the MacFeagle are. They're hilarious, wonderful little blue men who lead, or help lead, Tiffany on many wonderful adventures. So I highly recommend We Free Men. It is available to you on Cloud Library as an ebook and Libby as an audiobook. So next week we are going to be reviewing Coral by Sarah Ella. So if you want to read along with this one, it is available, I believe, let me look it up real quick. It is available to you I should have had this available on Hoopla as an ebook. So if you would like to view that, then you can read it and ask some questions. If you have any questions about We Free Men, or if you want to do another book reading along, then please have a comment to that effect on the post. Thank you so much, and this is Book Talk from Grundy Library. Have a great day.